My name is Kerwin. My book is The Man Behind the Clerk. My job is that I'm a produce clerk at Publix, and I've had other jobs that deal with customer service before. And you start to notice different categories of customers. About a fourth of them are real friendly. About a fourth of them are just kind of there, doing shopping. They don't care one way or the other. And about half of them are pricks. They treat you like dirt. They treat you like you're just their servant. They think they're more important than you. They don't think that you have anything else going on in your heart or in your brain other than your job. So for me, my job being produce, they think all I know is produce. They think I work, live and breathe produce. But yeah. So I brought some items of produce, and I'm going to tell you what those items actually mean to me. Flowers. People love flowers. Now, the floral department at work is part of the produce department. Yes, because it's plants, and all produce are plants, so they tie together like that. When I think of the plants, I think of some of the artwork that I create. Because I've used plants in making a lot of different types of art. I went to school for special effects makeup, and I moved down here with a buddy. We were going to start a business building animatronic props for haunted houses, that sort of thing. It all fell through. So I used the things I learned in school to create different types of art. And originally my concept was using destruction as a form of creation. And I would paint mirrors. I still do this. Paint mirrors, then I smash them, and I encase them in resin. So it contains destruction in there. And they're very interesting. They look interesting in that they're symbolic to how people are. Because we're fragmented people. We all have bits of our lives that make us who we are. They're good, they're bad, but they're all fragments and we're trying to keep it together, trying to keep ourselves whole. We all coexist together. We all rely on each other in some form or another. Just because one person's perceived station in life is more important, that doesn't make that person more important. That doesn't make their stories more compelling, or more interesting, or more heartbreaking than anyone else's. I had the opportunity in 1989, when I was 9 years old, to throw out the first pitch at a Twins White Sox game. Get out there, and a bunch of dumps full of people, thousands of people in there. So it's just overwhelming. Trying to absorb as much as I could, but I was, kind of freaking out at the same time. At one point, the guy says, "Okay, go ahead and throw the ball." So, we're getting ready to throw it. And in my mind, since I'm 9 years old, my mind says I'm throwing out the first pitch of the game. Now, there's not a batter there. I'm not actually pitching this time. I'm just throwing the ball at this guy. It's like the start of the game. But in my mind, they call it the first pitch. And pitches aren't slow, so you gotta chuck it. You gotta throw it hard. So I did. I geared up and I threw it. Catcher's right here. I threw that ball right about that way. Catcher, he dove, missed it by a good 3 feet. So I threw that thing so wide. And after he missed it, then I was like, And that was kind of when it sunk in that I was surrounded by thousands of people who just saw like the worst throw in history. And I was a little upset at that one, but it was still an exhilarating experience. So hopefully I've been able to tell some people some things throughout this project that makes them see things in a different way. We all, just because I'm a produce clerk doesn't mean I don't have stories from my past. And there's not more to me. That's the end.
First year that Urban Rethink is participating in ArtsFest. Urban Rethink opened up last year, so I think ever since I was really little, I was very interested in the arts, and my mom put me into a bunch of different art classes and dance classes and that sort of thing. So I think I knew at a very early age that I wanted to be either involved with creating art myself or around others whose passion it was also to create. So right now, here we are at Urban Rethink. It's a wonderful space that during the day is co-working for different creative professionals, and in the evenings and weekends we have a variety of cultural programming. And that can mean anything from a poetry reading to a film screening to a discussion series. And it's all open and available to the public We are a nonprofit, so we do accept donations, and at each event we suggest a $5 donation, but it's not a must. So if you're low on cash but would still love to get your little dose of culture for the day, definitely check out our calendar. Everything's online, and we have something going on almost every day of the week.